The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Knoxville, Tennessee, representing American-made Ivy Nile.
As we rewind 1 week to WWE World, a part of WrestleMania weekend in Las Vegas. Blake Howard alongside the general manager of NXT, Robert Stone, and we've talked about it many times, but what an amazing weekend it was all throughout Sin City.
Yeah, both nights of WrestleMania, night 1, night 2, were unforgettable, history-making nights. And Blake, I'm happy to be sitting here next to you another day, calling the action right here for matches from WWE The World.
I can't believe you're sitting next to me on a Stone Sunday.
Yeah, why? Hey, you know what? I can't believe you get to sit next to me on a Stone Sunday.
You got some of that sugar-free syrup. As Ivy Nile is in, one of the powerhouses in the WWE, looking to create a big moment for her this past weekend against one of the top rising stars in all of the WWE.
And her opponent, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Kendall Gray.
And you listen to that roar from the Las Vegas crowd, and that's what we call a hometown cheer. As Kendall Gray returns to the very place where she grew up, of course began her amateur career, now looking to have her own WrestleMania.
Yeah, there's just something different about being on your home turf, being in front of your friends and family, because I talked to Kendall earlier. They are in the audience for this match, cheering her on. And, she's here. She's the boss lady. She's unapologetic. She's got no fear, and she commands respect, and she's going to bring that to this match today versus Ivy Nile.
We talk about one of the top rising stars in all the WWE, making a huge impact in NXT over the last several months, and of course paving the way for Evolve in its first year of existence. And Kendall now in the mix right now, back in her hometown of Las Vegas. And Rob, I know throughout your in-ring career, you compete in your hometown in and around it several times. How meaningful is an opportunity like this for someone?
Absolutely. She will remember. It's not just that it's WrestleMania weekend. It's like you said, it is her hometown. This is what dreams are made of. This is something that you will never forget. This match means more to her than I think me or you will ever know.
Ivy Nile utilizing that power early on, trying to stay a step ahead of Kendall. Of course, Ivy does have a little bit of an experience edge, beginning her career a few years back in NXT, of course, alongside Julius and Brutus Creed, now a part of American Made on Monday Night Raw. And Rob, you've been in and around. You've seen Ivy Nile, whether it comes to her training and discipline, of course, going back to NXT. She has to be near the top of the entire WWE when it comes to her training.
Well, absolutely. I mean, she has elite strength and conditioning, but you got to remember something. Kendall Gray is a different type of athlete. She is a different type of animal when that bell rings in the ring. I don't know if Ivy's ever been in a ring with someone like KG.
You see some of that mat work right there by Kendall Gray, undefeated as an amateur. And of course, the former Evolve Women's Champion. And Rob, as general manager of NXT, you've seen that growth firsthand. How quickly has Kendall risen up the ranks in the NXT Women's Division?
From day one on Evolve to see where she has come to at this point is just simply impressive. The growth she has made within such a short period of time in this industry, in World Wrestling Entertainment, is unmatched. It's something that'll be written in a book one day. That's how great it was.
And of course, you've called a lot of her matches dating back to Evolve. Here we go into a cover by Ivy. Shoulders are down, only gets 2 of Kendall being that former Evolve Women's Champion. We've seen that development firsthand. And, ultimately, Rob, what to you has stood out from Kendall Gray as she's really risen the ranks?
Well, she has a winning mindset. I mean, that's what it is. She doesn't go in to maybe win. She doesn't go in to try and win. She goes in to win. She's been a winner her whole life. It's all that she knows. It's all that she wants. She's 24/7 trying to learn.
This series of reversals right here, Ivy Nile getting in the deep waters against an amateur stud.
Round and round we go.
As it looks like Kendall trying to get that low base and Ivy trying to use that power. Something's got to give right here, Rob.
This is a big match. Who's going to rise to the occasion or get crushed by the moment, Blake?
The momentum is sending Nile to the outside as Kendall Gray trying to get her bearings back as both superstars a little bit dazed right now. Oh, so Kendall just bumped into Chip Danning.
I don't know if the Gray Storm's going to be able to rise when she's dizzy like that. What's going on here?
As Kendall bodying Chip Danning.
You know, the referees are very different here at the World this week.
What a weekend it has been for Chip Danning, making his WrestleMania debut in that Intercontinental title ladder match, but didn't think he'd expect to get bodied by Kendall Gray.
I mean, Gray grabs on the referee. That's not cool.
As the count being administered right now, Ivy Nile trying to get back in the ring, and we talk about Ivy. She's been in and around that Women's Intercontinental Championship picture, but in your opinion, Rob, what does she need to do to get to the next level?
Well, I mean, just keep learning. You got to remember something. To really be at your best in this industry, except for the very few that pick it up so quickly, it takes time and reps and reps. And Ivy is still at a point, in my opinion, where she's great, but she is still learning every time she's in that ring.
Indeed, as Ivy debuted about 2.5 years ago on Monday Night Raw, as Kendall Gray trying to stay one step ahead right now. We talked about Gray's amateur career, over 60 wins, undefeated, and Gray gets taken down by the power of Ivy Nile.
Yeah.
And Rob, that's a power game that's gone back way before even NXT.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to think, I've known her for a while now from a show that The Rock produced called The Titan Games, and I saw how great of an athlete she was then. I actually competed with her, and I mean, she is like no other, physical, and she's bringing that to this match right now.
Wait, so who won between you and Ivy?
I mean, the males and the females were separated, Blake. I see what you're trying to do here. You're trying to, no.
As Ivy
Don't go there.
using that power once again in the corner against Kendall Gray, and we talk about the women's division on Monday Night Raw. Some incredible matchups this past weekend at WrestleMania. Becky Lynch regaining the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Liv Morgan, the new Women's World Champion. As you see that German suplex out of the corner by Ivy, as she'd love to get in the mix post-WrestleMania, and I'm sure your buddy, General Manager Adam Pearce, right on top of it.
Yeah, certainly. And look, this is a chance for her to showcase where she's at, what she can do, and she's trying to overpower Kendall right now. And it's a smart decision. It seems to be working.
We talked for many months as Kendall Gray from Evolve to NXT, a very busy schedule, maybe even stretched too thin, competing too often. As Kendall comes back the other way with a roll-up, only gets two. Had a couple of weeks now to reset after failing to capture the NXT Women's Championship in that triple threat match at Stand and Deliver. Nile into the cover. Again, only getting two, and what a huge opportunity this would be for Ivy Nile to derail the momentum of Kendall Gray.
It's the World. It's WrestleMania weekend, of course, and all eyes are on Kendall Gray right now. So picking up a win, if Ivy can pick up a win, that is going to get her name somewhere. That's going to get people talking about her, which is what you want to do when you're in the WWE, because that's going to get you more opportunities. That's going to get you title shots, and that's going to get you more money.
We're talking about WWE World, Rob, and ultimately to you, what does it mean for NXT to be represented so much this week?
Well, it's been so cool to see the different performers here meeting the fans, wrestling in this ring, and we love to share NXT with the whole WWE universe, and they're appreciative. So just meeting the fans has been great. That's what we want, and right now Kendall wants to mount some offense.
As the future indeed looks to be now, as Kendall Gray,
Here we go.
series of back elbows, taking down Ivy Nile, drops down. Look at the amateur with the German release suplex, as Kendall's starting to feel it here, Rob.
What area are we going to, Blake?
We're heading right to that gray area. The straps are down.
Let's do it.
As Kendall getting right into the zone. And when she starts to see Gray, she starts to go to another level. There's the T-bone suplex.
Throw after throw after throw. She is on fire.
As you talked about those Gray graps, they're coming in strong right now as Kendall out of the corner with a big DDT.
And she caught her with it.
Here we go, hooks the outside leg. Ivy's shoulders are down. And the Pitbull able to power out. As Kendall now trying to find a second win. What an opportunity it is right in front of her hometown here in Las Vegas. Unfortunately, unable to get on Stand and Deliver last year. She looked at this year, WrestleMania 42 weekend, as a huge goal for her. She's here a part of WWE World, trying to pull out a big victory. And you see the extension for that boot by Nile. And now Kendall Gray's up top. We're getting to the deep waters here, Rob.
This is where I always get nervous, Blake. They're in dangerous area right now, a very dangerous area.
Indeed, risky position as Ivy battering away at Kendall now. And Ivy looking for that superplex. And Nile trying to hook it.
Can she get her over? Kendall doing a great job. Ring awareness, holding on to the turnbuckle there.
Nice counter with the gourd buster. We always talk about the perseverance from Gray. She creates that separation, and Kendall is gonna fly. Oh, Ivy rolls through, and Rob, we talk about the power.
I said she had elite power. She's showing it right now.
Getting to a standing position, and Ivy, oh, looks like she was trying to swing her
That's
around.
tight.
Nice counter. Only gets It's 2 for Kendall Gray. Back and forth we go right here. Both superstars trying to gain the advantage. Ivy goes for that kick a third time. Nobody home. And Kendall, bam! Shades of Gray, center of the ring. Hooks the outside leg, and Kendall Gray returns home with a victory.
Here is your winner, Kendall Gray.
What a moment here for Kendall Gray in front of her friends, in front of her family. The hometown crowd of Las Vegas here for WrestleMania 42 weekend at WWE World. And Gray Graps gets the job done.